That's the one. I think we're good.
Test.
There we go. Gain. Test, 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 test. All right. I think we're good there. Sorry about that, people. A little bit of technical difficulties. Thank you for joining, if you are. Second attempt. So I'll just give it a couple of minutes to see if anyone's going to join. And after a few people have joined, I'll give a brief explanation about what I'm planning to do during this session. Sunday night, 8:39. First, what's going on? How's it going? Thank you for joining. Did you were you in the previous live as well? The one that I just messed up? Had a bit of a nightmare. Thank you for joining though. Got my little thing set up. So we're a couple of minutes in now. So thank you all for joining. Today's session is, as the title says, going to be focused on knees and hips. Something a little different than usual. Not my usual spin session for a Sunday, but figured because my knees have been so bad since I tried the marathon a day challenge, I've been doing a lot of knee strengthening and hip strengthening exercises because my right knee has been playing up a lot and I haven't been able to run as much as I would like. So I figured why not take you through my routine, which, I mean, touch wood, has seemed to be working for me. So why not share it? You can join along if you fancy it. What's going on? Nothing much, mate. Just been seeing family today. For a run this morning. Just telling everyone that my knees have been badly messed up. And they always say knee pain a lot of the times can be caused in the hips or the surrounding muscles and things like that. It's not always. How do I call you? You can call me Ryan. My normal name is Ryan. Or Try It Guy if you fancy it. Whatever is your preference. So like I said, you can join in if you fancy it. This first one is a hip strengthening exercise. You literally just sit, lean back, and lift your legs up. We'll go for 15. Try and keep it straight. It looks like my leg isn't straight, but it is. I think that was 15. Switch over to the other hip. How's everyone else's day been going? Feel free to join in or just watch. If no one's going to ask me any questions other than what's my name, I'll just sit here in silence. You got something called joint degradation. That sounds painful. Tell me more. How did that happen? How did you come across it? And what do you have to do, or what do you have to put up with day to day? Something like joint degradation. Please do explain more and let me know if you can hear me. So after we've done that one there, we're gonna try and do it so that you can see me better. Sitting job, that'll do it. After job, playing games, I got huge problems with my hip and back. Okay, I too have had problems with my back. I had a herniated disc, and the cartilage around my spine has apparently been thickening and almost like, I guess, gripping more onto my spinal cord. Although I've been able to improve it a lot with exercises and such. How can you get on with simple exercises? This one again is aimed at the hip. I'm actually going to start on this leg, and you're literally just lifting the other leg up. I've been doing this daily for about the past 2 weeks. I keep my arms like this because I don't want to feel like I'm pushing with my elbows, so I just keep my arms crossed. You just bring in your straight leg parallel with your bent leg. And this again is working your hip muscle. Is eating 1,000 calories good for weight loss? I've been trying to lose 30 kg weight in order for my back to get less pressure. By the way, sorry for my English. It's not my main language. No worries. I can read your writing perfectly. It's 1,000 calories. Well, how much do you weigh for starters? And what are you, what's within those 1,000 calories? Do you weigh CMS? Do you mean grams? I can use either kilograms or pounds. I think you mean pounds. Kilograms is a weight and centimeters is a length. But you can carry on with kg if that's easier for you. And I can always use my Google to figure it out. So I'm like 210 pounds or 5'8" for now. Okay, well, you don't seem, what is that in pounds? 210 pounds in kg. 95 kg. I mean, mate, you don't seem massively overweight. you want to get to 70 kg. There is a website that I use to calculate how many calories that I need to lose a certain poundage per week. So whether it's 1 pound or 2 pound, you put in your height, your age, your weight, and it will basically spit out the numbers that you need in order to calculate how many calories you need. I'll try and find it for you quickly. It's always a pain trying to find it. In fact, I need to get off DuckDuckGo onto Google. Right, to build muscle fast. Sorry, bear with me. Okay, I got it. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If it don't work in the chat, let me know and I'll post it in the description. So that is the, I guess the macro calculator that I use normally. But at 95 kg, 1,000 calories, depending on what kind of calorie output that you're working with, what kind of exercise are you doing, I guess is my question. I mean, let me put into the calculator quickly. And how old are you? Five, 8 in centimeters is 147. 147, 95 kg. Are you like in your mid-20s, 30s, 40s? How old are you? I'll leave it at 40s, 30s. And I'm going to put lightly active. So according to the calorie tracker, your maintenance is 2,600 calories. And to lose a pound a week, you need to be at 2,100 calories. You want to do 2 pounds, it's 1,600 calories. You're 22. Oh, wow. So basically that calculator will take away 500 calories for every 1 pound of fat that you want to lose. So yeah. So if you're lightly active, which is light exercise 1 to 3 days a week, is what this website calculates it as. To lose 2 pounds a week, you're going to be at about 1,600 calories. What supplements and is keto a good idea if I'm struggling to get past 15 stone? So in my last Goggins video, I talk about all the supplements that I use, and I've got all the links and everything, Ramel, in that video for the supplements I use. Is keto a good idea? I mean, keto is probably not something for everyone, but it can be good for a lot of people. it definitely helped me. I would say give it a try. One second. I think I can hear my kid. One second. No, real good. Sorry, I thought I could hear him crying. So, yeah, is keto a good idea? Can be. Definitely helps. Cutting out a lot of the carbs helped me lose a lot of weight. I'm 13. How should I train? Well, are you doing anything now to train, Yona? Can you run? Are you running? Are you weight training? It's probably an okay age to start getting into weight training. And Zoom, you're saying, Ryan, for now, I'm working online helping agencies. I travel the world in my car. How can I train when I'm constantly moving from place to place? Keto, if you're doing keto, I would say just do keto. It's for true keto, you have to get into ketosis, and I don't think somebody that's new to the keto diet is going to be able to just go in and out of keto very easily by just doing it 5 days a week. If you want to do true keto, you need to be in it for, I don't know, probably 2 weeks and know exactly what you're doing. To be fair, I was very low carb. I was still eating carbs because I was eating like a lot of tomatoes, for example. When I did my original Goggins video. So, and I was also eating fruits, so grapes and bananas and strawberries, which is not strictly keto. So I guess you could call what I was doing just low carb, with a very tight restriction on the amount of fruit that I could actually eat. So maybe instead of going straight into full keto, which can be hard, think about trying just low carb if you've tried other diets and they've not worked. Zoom. So sorry, going back to your question. Constantly moving in the car. How do you train? I mean, walking, I would say, whenever you get a chance, especially if you're spending a lot of time away from home. I'm assuming you don't have that many responsibilities when you're out and about on the road. So if you're struggling to run, I would say walking is probably your best friend because it's low impact on your joints, your knees and your hips and your back shouldn't be too badly affected with walking, and then try and pick up the pace as much as you can. That's the thing, when you're out and about and you don't have much equipment around you, you're going to struggle. But if you do have a car with you, I would say get some kettlebells, put them in the boot. I do have a somewhat more travel versatile kettlebell bag. I'm yet to do a review video on this, but this is a bag that you fill up with sand and it becomes a kettlebell, and it's this size is 20 pounds when you fill it up with sand. So that can be a great option, I would say. So yeah, kettlebells, try those. And what else? Yeah, go from walking and try and build yourself up to a very light jog and see how your joints feel. Running definitely helped me. And maybe find a gym. I mean, depending on where you are, I don't know if you're in Europe or America or you're driving around a lot, get a gym membership. For example, in the UK, you've got Pure Gym, which is a 24-hour gym, and there's lots of them across the country, and you can buy memberships that will allow you to enter any one of those gyms and exercise. I do free running every Friday, and I run sometimes, but that's very often. So yeah, I do a lot with body weight, and my main problem is eating healthy. How can I solve that? I would say, how can you solve that? Look, I mean, what do you have? Have you got a sweet tooth? Santino, thank you. I appreciate you. You just wanted to pop by, say your videos have really helped you stay more disciplined, keep up the great content. Thank you. Peace out, Santino. Thank you, brother. Yona, yeah, what's your problem? Have you got a sweet tooth? Because I too have a sweet tooth. It's not the best thing, but maybe look at something like a 0-calorie alternative. And also, Yona, look at something like the meals that I used in my video. So the last Goggins video, I switched between two very simple meals. One was a fish dish. It was salmon with olive oil and garlic. Very simple, very delicious. And again, with the chicken dish, very easy, very simple, very quick. Both took 20 to 30 minutes to make. So having a set routine, always know what you're going to eat. When you've got a problem with food, your best friend is to plan what you're going to eat. Because the second you give yourself the opportunity to do whatever you want to do, your old habits are probably going to kick in, and you're just going to go for the friend you've always known, the one thing that you've always had there, your sweets, your crisps, your whatever, crappy burger, crappy sandwiches. That's the thing you're going to grab unless you plan your meals. So whether you want to make them all in one go or you've got the time to make it each and every day, your best friend, Yona, is going to be pre-planning. Zoom, I could get 2 kettlebells in my car to use, but are they enough for the whole body? Brother, I'm glad you asked that. Kettlebells are, I'm going to say, the most versatile piece of equipment, gym equipment, you could possibly own. You can work every single piece of your body with a kettlebell. And as a bonus, because you've asked that and because I love kettlebells so much, I'll give you a quick routine in a minute of things that you can do with 2 kettlebells. A light one, 8 kg, and a slightly heavy one, 16 kg. What do you think is the most important part in losing weight? Calories. Doge. Calories in versus calories out. That's the most important thing. If you're eating more than you're burning, you're not going to lose weight. The best thing if you want to lose weight is you really need to know your body. What is your maintenance calories? What is it for you to lose weight? All those things are important. I would even say that exercise is really not that important. As long as you're in a big calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. I'm totally not keeping count of what I'm doing here. So if you are counting and I'm like doing random numbers, it's because I'm talking and I'm not counting at the same time. My brain doesn't allow me to do both. I go for what feels right. And if you're wondering why I've got this pink thing, it's my daughter's gymnastic mat. Multi-purpose household. Yeah, so Zoom, stick around, mate. In a minute, I'll give you a quick rundown of a kettlebell workout that you can do. You can do abs, you can do arms, shoulders, legs, obviously, back, everything. A kettlebell is your best friend if you've got no space and no money. Get yourself 2 kettlebells. So that one there, for anyone wondering, is basically a full range of motion for my hip to pull right from there with the band around, and I'm pulling all the way through to get that full range of motion. Everyone ready to see the kettlebell routine? And just to put it out there, at this moment in time, I'm by no means an expert. Everything you see me doing, I've just researched on the internet to try and find the best ways of doing things. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to share with all of you what I've learned. What I am about to show you is one of the routines that I used to help myself lose weight during the Goggins video. It's a routine that I use regularly, but Instagram is a massive resource for fitness knowledge if you look in the right places. I'm not talking about your sort of normal fitness influencers that just show off their bodybuilding skills. I'm talking about people that have trained, for years and have built up a knowledge, whether they've come back from injuries and that's why they've learned so much. There's people that I follow that basically didn't know anything and then, like myself, took courses and do a lot of mobility stuff. And one of the guys that I would highly recommend is every goddamn Dre on Instagram. Every goddamn Dre. He is a mastermind with a kettlebell, and he's got so many routines and tips on working with a kettlebell that I would highly recommend. But a simple routine, Ramel, could you do a training program for me to follow? So when you say a training program, I'm assuming you're talking also about the kettlebells. So this is not part of my knee routine. This is just to show you guys a kettlebell routine. You're going to start out with a simple kettlebell swing. 15 to 20 of these. Of those, real simple. And I prefer to do things not sort of 4 sets of kettlebell swings, but I'll go from kettlebell swing to depending on what I'm doing, whether it's going to be upper body or lower body, you can go into like a back thing. So you're literally spreading like you're running, and you're gonna pull back as far as you can. 2, 4, 5. I'm already sweating. Again, the other side. Pulling up as far as you can. You're trying to engage here Do I stretch? No, I don't stretch. I didn't stretch during the Goggins video, and it's probably why, or one of the reasons why, my knee is now in bad shape. So I didn't stretch, but you should. And stretching is something that I've now incorporated, especially with my legs and my knees. So then you can go into, let me kick this, like this. You literally balance, and on the leg that you're balancing on, you're going to hold the weight. This is like a single leg deadlift. If you do go back and watch my Goggins video, you should see the routine that I did. I just mix and match. Like I said, every goddamn day is a great resource for full-on actual routines. If you're going to stretch, do you just pull up a YouTube video? Also, should I do the same as you did in Goggins' video? I'm not sure, because I'm 13 years old. Can't tell you yes or no you should or shouldn't do. It's there for you to see, and whether it inspires you or you're able to see within that video something that you can do, then why not? No worries, Yona. I appreciate you. So there's some leg and back exercises you can do. I'll show you quickly one of my favorite ab exercises with a kettlebell. And it's also kind of a shoulder stabilizing exercise because of how you're going to use the kettlebell. So obviously you can do a sit up normally without any weight, but this works both your shoulder for stability reasons and your abs because you're loading weight on a normal ab thing. So you stretch out, legs slightly apart, and the kettlebell is straight above you. And you literally sit up with the kettlebell. And you always want to keep the kettlebell facing upwards. And then you sit back down. You can control it, do it slowly. I love this exercise. So you want to do 10 of these. And again, I'm not bloody counting. That feels like it's about 8. 9. 10. And then when you come back down, you just hold the kettlebell down there. Then you're going to switch arms. Spin my Apple Watch around. You start here, lift it up above you. And I always like to put one arm up to the side, balance yourself out. Back down. 2. Let's try and count this one. 3. 4. Have I decided? 5. What challenge I'm going to do next? So I've got 2 in mind. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Oh boy, I love that one. Yeah, so Ramel. There's a couple I got in mind. I don't want to give too much away. To be honest, I might do 2 simultaneously and try and bust out a couple of videos quicker. I do have a video that I'm hoping to get out probably tomorrow. It's not a challenge video. It's more of like a kind of a how-to, kind of a helping people to remove excuses from things like tracking your calorie output. So that will be out tomorrow. Anybody struggling with money and can't get themselves an Apple Watch, definitely watch that one tomorrow, because that one is going to be a good one for the people out there that are struggling with their financial situations, because I know exactly how that feels. So where were we? So yeah, that was a kettlebell. I've got something in my eye and it's really annoying me. That was something for your abs. And then I don't know if you have or haven't or not heard of the Turkish get up, which is essentially a full body thing. And you're getting up like this. You step up and then you go back down, which is kind of incorporating what I've just done. So this is like a full body workout. So that one's for that one you can add in some more shoulder exercises you can do. I did that exercise, but you have to get up with a kettlebell, still held up, then lunge back down to where you start. It's hard to explain, but it's very good. Maybe you mean just what I did there, Ramel, the Turkish get up. I think it's called the Turkish get up. So then you got some bicep and shoulder exercises you can do. So you're going to start with the kettlebell, and so you got the curl for your bicep, and then you're going to turn around and lift up for the shoulder. This is kind of like the Arnie press, except you're incorporating the bicep a lot more. So you see how I've done all of this with just one kettlebell. An entire routine working all those different body parts with one kettlebell. Obviously, depending on where you're starting, this may or may not be possible with one kettlebell. But once you get to a certain point, one kettlebell can do a whole lot. Just to show you with the other arm. Lift up with the bicep, twist around and up. Do 5 of these quickly. This one I also love. I love shoulder exercises, to be honest. I love a good shoulder workout. And then going over to a lighter weight, something to get like a bit of a pump on. You got like so again, you can do your bicep curls real easy. You can do triceps real easy. And then you got things like more shoulder stuff. And so this is a lateral raise or a side raise. But instead of going straight sideways, you almost want to come out at a diagonal position. It's better for your shoulders. So you got that. And then obviously you can go completely forwards. That'll give you a nice pump. What time is it for you right now? For me, it's 9:28 p.m. Will you ever cover the 30-day David challenge in details? Tess, I've done it, mate. I've done the David Goggins challenge video in more details about what I ate. And in terms of exercises, I went through the exercises as well. I rode my bike to work. I ran at lunch, rode home, went on the spin bike, did kettlebell routines like you're watching me right now. So all these things is what I would do. At the same time, like now, it's like 9:30. My partner would be here. She's at work now. She would be here on the sofa. I would be where you are right now, doing these workouts on the spin bike or with the kettlebells. And I also went through what I ate. So if you look on my channel and find the video called How I Lived Like David Goggins and Lost 36 plus pounds. And Tess, you'll see exactly how I did it. Emil, keep up the good work, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. Where was I? If you're into sort of what I did in a kettlebell capacity, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start using Instagram much more. I'm going to post workouts and routines on there. It's not something I'm doing. Thank you so much. I watched it. Okay, cool, Tess. What other questions do you have from that video? What more details would you like? I'm happy to go through them now. Or if you message me on Instagram or something. Up until now, Instagram's not something that I've used a lot of with the Try It Guy stuff, but I'm planning to step it up much more with the videos and much more with Instagram, because I want to make this my full-time living. I want to be able to I want to make courses. I want to make fitness videos. I want to make routines, share them. And for now, I'm planning to do it free. I don't know how I'm going to monetize that, but we'll get there. We'll figure that out when we get there. So yeah, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to be posting lots more on there very shortly. Where was I? I was showing you the kettlebell workouts. Yeah, do that, Tess. That's a great idea, really. I see Emil, you've just followed me. I got the notification on my watch. I will start with a video on Instagram then of the exact kettlebell routines that I did for the Goggins video. Maybe I'll do like a breakdown of the day in reels, whether it should be one reel or multiple reels, I don't know. I'll figure that out. But yeah, I'll do that for you. Because now you've made me lose what I was doing. I'm here to be strengthening my leg muscles so that I can run more again. I will. I don't know how much of this massage gun you can hear, but I think one of the problems I've been having with my running is my shin muscle has been playing up, and I think that's causing problems in my knees. So back to the knee exercises. And let me thank you, Ramel. I appreciate you. Let me make a note of those videos for you, Tess. I've got a notes folder for YouTube video ideas, but I guess I should be doing the same for Instagram video ideas. So, inspired by Tess, I'm gonna create a new folder for Instagram videos. And the first one is a detailed view of David Goggins' workout day. Boom. Just for you. With the no excuses merch. Thank you. I'll make a note of that as well, Tess. No, Ramel. And I do, Ramel, I do have a kind of a merch setup. It is linked in a lot of my descriptions. However, I'm fully aware that it's kind of expensive and it's something that I'm trying to work on in getting the price down. Because again, not just in terms of merch for the channel, having a clothing brand has been a massive dream of mine for a long time. So Ramel, I've made a note of that for you, and it's also in the list of finding how I can make my clothing far cheaper than it is now, while still being of decent quality. So if you message me on Instagram, I will create a personalized discount code for you to use. How about that? And then when I get the no excuse merch up and running, I'll give you another one. And by the way, guys, this is a slant board, and I built this myself. It's made out of plywood, as you can see. It may look prettier on video than it is in real life. This is not even grip tape. I put duct tape on there. God knows what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to give me some kind of grip. Exactly. You get the idea, Ramel. Thank you, mate. Where was I? So, yeah, I may as well use this. It's great. It's been great. I've loved using this because it has helped me strengthen my knee muscles. It is very sturdy, very strong. I can use it with my body weight. Who can hear my knees cracking? My left knee is cracking, not my right knee. My right knee is actually the one that hurts. My left knee doesn't, but it cracks. Can I put in the description? Yes. Try it _guy. That's my Instagram. Can I get a link? Copy the link. There you go. That's the Instagram link. What was your meal plan when you train like David Goggins? Caleb, go check out the last Goggins video, which is how I lived like Goggins and lost 36 plus pounds. I go through what I was eating in that video. I was basically switching between two different meals. One was a fish dish, the other was a chicken dish. Both I ate with the same salad every day. And then when I needed something sweet, I would eat bananas, grapes, or strawberries. And I would do that with as much in small quantities, essentially, because if you eat too much fruit, you end up with you basically eat too many calories. Hey, just started running and have a bit of knee pain. What should I do? Bombaydum. Well, what a stream for you to join, Bombaydum, because I am literally going through my knee strengthening routine in this video, and I have been for most of the last hour, although it's been broken up with and trying to answer different questions. I'm literally going through my knee strengthening routine now, and I've got pretty strong knees. That's not my problem. My problem is something, I don't know, I've been trying to figure it out. I was thinking that I had some kind of meniscus issue. By the way, I appreciate your ideas. You have some insane will. I think you mean videos. Appreciate your videos. Thank you. I appreciate you. So I was thinking I'd done something with my meniscus, because apparently if you turn your foot in and you do this, you feel discomfort within your knee. That's a sign of sort of an issue with your meniscus. But the other day, I started to stretch and massage my shin muscle, and since doing that, it's the first time I was able to run without more than a mile in about 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm back to running 4 miles a day at the minute. So yeah, got myself a foam roller for my shin muscle and trying to do some knee exercises. So here's another one. I'm just putting this block of wood here so that I can raise my heel off the floor. And I'm essentially doing a split squat. I don't have really bad balance. I'm just noticing a bug up on the wall. Switch it out for the other side. Also, Bombaydlum. Check out Knees Over Toes guy on Instagram. He is like the master of strengthening your knees. And I can do magical squat that he does, although my balance needs work. So I know I've not got a knee strength problem. There's just something going on within or around this area. I don't know. So, Ramel, when I don't know if you've seen is it my last video? I think it was, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, it should have been my last video. Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen my last video, can I run a marathon a day? So I was trying to run a marathon a day for a week. I managed it for 2 days and then was averaging, although I only show it in that video, I did 15 miles on the third day. I did 15 miles for about 2 weeks every day. And then I started getting issues in my knees. So at the minute I cut it down, I couldn't run a mile without being in excruciating pain. I've just now got it to the point where I can run 3 to 4 miles without being in too much pain. So great progress. So at the minute, 3 to 4 miles a day, still riding to work. Although there was a time where it all happened at once. My bike broke, so I wasn't able to ride that for about a week or two, but that's now fixed. So riding to work and then running at lunch, again, 3 to 4 miles. And hoping to build that up. I was speaking to my brother earlier and he was talking about running the half marathon at the end of this month in our hometown or home city. So he's been training for that. I said that I would join him as long as my knee is good to go, which, touch wood, is feeling like it's gonna work out. So, okay, that's what I was doing. And now I do my hips and knees. So this is for the hips. If you've got weak hips, your knees will suffer because your knees will have to compensate for a weak hip, which is one of the issues I had. If you watched my marathon a day video, I had a lot of pain in my right hip, and I think it's no coincidence that my right knee now hurts. So if you're having knee problems, don't just think it's your knees. Look at your IT band, look into your shins, look into your hips, all of the muscles around and the joints around your knees could be affecting or causing your knee pain. Most of the time, knee pain is not caused from something in the knee, but from a joint or a muscle surrounding it. Who was it? Who was it that was asking? It was you, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Bombadum. probably going to go for another 10 minutes on the live. I'll show this knee workout, or hip and knee workout, one last time. Hi Zoom. Sorry mate, but I already did the kettlebell workout, so skip back about 20-30 minutes and you'll see me go through the whole kettlebell routine. Got a few minutes left in the stream now. I'm going to drop off at 10 p.m. my time. Just going back through the knee thing. Yeah, you should be able to watch the live again when it ends. I need to do my daily stretches, trying to do 30 days after the physio said my body is one of the most tight, tense. Wakanda's finest. I feel your pain there, brother, because I think my body is going through the same damn thing. Trying to strengthen my hips, calves, shins. See you later, Ramel. Carrying on with the knee stuff. This is my daughter's gymnastics mat. It's one of those folding ones. I put 2 pieces of wood on. So I'm essentially building a platform here. And I think I've got a measuring tape. This is about 23.5 centimeters or 9.25 inches, if that's what you're into. However, in fairness, when I stand on it, it does go down slightly. be saying, oh, before I forgot to ask, is there a place where you can go and check your posture? I feel like I have anterior pelvic tilt, among other things. Check Kelly Starrett on YouTube. He is a great resource for things hip. And if you feel like you have that, the best thing is to just YouTube it. But there is one other guy on YouTube that I think might be the absolute best YouTuber when it comes to rehabilitation. And one second while I find him, because I really do think that everyone should go and check this guy out. Squat University on YouTube is good as well. There it is. So, E3 Rehab on YouTube. I've never seen anyone go into so much detail and give so many routines and exercises that you can follow for whatever issues you've got, knees, hips, back, as E3 Rehab. That guy's videos is like top notch. I cannot recommend him enough. And I can bet if you go on his channel, he'll have something for you, for your posture and your anterior pelvic tilt. I mean, I feel like my hips are pretty sorted in terms of my my range of motion. My hips are pretty good, but that's very much been thanks to Kelly Starrett. I found him a long time ago and implemented a lot of his workouts. So things like I've got a really good range of motion in my hips. Although whilst running a marathon a day, my right hip did come up weak. And one other thing for your knees, if you are following along for the knees, you find a wall, you lean against it, and you literally do that with your toes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the knee exercise. And why don't I try and zoom you in a little bit? So if no one's got any final questions, let's leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining. Ramel, don't forget to drop me a message on Instagram. I'll hook you up with the discount codes and whatnot. And anyone else that didn't hear, follow me on Instagram, because I will be posting a day-by-day sort of detailed look at what I did with the Goggins video in terms of how I lost the weight, what I ate, what I exercised. So anyone that wants to follow along on that can do. So there's no more questions. Once again, thank you all for watching. Next video, not a challenge video, but will be out within the next day. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you and good night. See ya, Emil. Peace. Appreciate you, brother.